scary date. Here, give me a moment.
Are you gonna like put it on, or are you gonna get that
Hey,
in?
give me a moment. You see it? Am I streaming still?
Yeah.
Do you think attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
Well, of course. If you could post something and everyone in the world would watch it, you'd be the most powerful man on earth.
We're not promoting gambling. I think people are going to see this negative.
The guy who just throws away millions of dollars on YouTube videos is a gambler. Who would have thought?
Lottery for money.
To the point where he's gambling with people's
You
lives.
don't have to pay anything to enter legitimate
How is this legal? I don't get it. It's a scam.
Hundreds of forged or fake signatures.
Ponzi schemes are great up until they just go bust.
Hi, I wanted to provide some context to this video. I'm a former MrBeast employee, and today I am alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud, okay? Thank you, enjoy the video. So this is part one into my investigation into MrBeast. I recorded this before the Chris stuff came out. I was also going to come out about the Chris stuff probably in part 2 or 3. Because I see a lot of people saying like, oh, if you knew, why didn't you come forward? Why didn't you go to the authorities? Well, I was going to come forward, and also like, going to the authorities isn't going to work because what are you going to say? Like, you heard rumors that this person is this way or that, you know, there's obviously evidence of like the Shad-based stuff. Like, that's been out for a while. People have internally known at the company that like Chris is kind of a potential minors attracted person, and the company protects her, and or they were protecting her, and they protected her as long as they could. Jimmy knew, everyone knew. So, you know, which I think that's more of a red flag than anything I'm going to reveal in this video. But, you know, these messages happen in like MrBeast discords, and yeah, I don't know, it's a mess when like MrBeast contestants are being exposed to like minor attracted persons and the company's protecting them. You know, there's a big emphasis at the company of like how to manipulate children, like understanding their psychology and everything, and like seeing that that's sort of used in weird ways. And you know, there's been like parasocial relationships and, you know, encouraging like almost children simping for these people, and you know, maybe that's as nefarious as it gets, or maybe it goes deeper. Anyway, here's an old podcast clip of Jimmy explaining that he knows that his audience is young. Which is an old clip. You could say like his audience grew up. I would say he's gained most of his audience since then, and his content's only gotten younger. Also, this clip really just shows that like he understands the YouTube analytics are bullshit, because he can try to use that as a defense, but he knows. So here's that clip, and then I'll get into the video.
The average demographic is what, 13 through 17? Is that the biggest spike in your analytics?
Well, I mean, mine's horseshit. It says like 18 to 24. But I know all my fucking viewers are little kids.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot like that because, you know, little kids lie about their age, or they're on their, you know, like.
But yeah, and then I have like a fucking massive one for like the 40-year-old range because all the fucking idiots are on their parents' account.
Now, MrBeast intentionally manipulates these children's vulnerable minds for profit using 3 simple steps, which closely align with the 3 major types of behavioral learning. Step 1 is getting the viewer to associate the brand with trust and authority. MrBeast videos are real, and he's a great guy that gives away big rewards to his loyal followers. I will show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are in fact fake. Step 2 is showing the viewers that when people interact with MrBeast in a way that benefits MrBeast, when they do what he tells them to do, they win big rewards.
Is he subscribed? You are subscribed. Here's some money. Have a good day.
Some of them feel like I just walk around with $1,000. It's like, oh, thanks for watching my videos.
Hit that subscribe button because you might bump into me in real life and it might make you a lot of money.
When people are devout followers of MrBeast, they get rewarded. And step 3 is finally calling on the viewer to act in some way that benefits the brand, promising big rewards in return. Now it's your turn to do what MrBeast tells you, and you will win big rewards. But you actually won't unless you're famous or friends or family of a MrBeast employee. So young, impressionable viewers are made to believe that MrBeast is a trusted authority who can give them big rewards. These young viewers are explicitly shown that dedicated followers or random subscribers like themselves are winning big rewards when they do what MrBeast tells them. These young viewers are explicitly told repeatedly that if they subscribe, if they buy products or act in some way that benefits the brand, they will win big rewards. Trust MrBeast, watch him help others, contribute to his cause, and one day he'll help you too. That's the formula. Subscribe for a Lamborghini, and to make ride, you could be in one of these. Subscribe right now, and you might get pictures next week. You might get subscribe to the next one. Subscribe and you might win a free car. Subscribe for a free car. I love all of subscribe and you can come next time. I might give you $100. Subscribe again. Subscribe and you could win 10 red subscribe button, and you could also win $100,000. Seriously, we always fly subscribers down. They never fly random subscribers down. Mr. Beast fakes his videos in ways that are worse than you realize. I say that because he's been exposed for faking videos before, and the common response is, why does it matter if the videos are fake? They're just meant to be entertainment. A large part of Mr. Beast's brand is the fact that he doesn't fake videos.
I remember when I first started seeing your videos, I was like, this shit's gotta be fake.
Oh yeah, it's a
Dude,
huge problem for us now. I actually have to dial back my content sometimes just so people think it's real. But also, if what we had to film was scripted, you know, because what we do is non-scripted, so you have to plan for a bunch of variables that you can't control, blah, blah. If what we did was scripted, holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Have you ever faked a video?
No. But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is a paid actor, this island costs more than $1, this city is not abandoned, these buildings are CGI, but it's not your only way out. You can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker. It's just a guy. This whole room is fake. This contestant is an actor and a secret employee at Mr. Beast. They had him dive through this fake door twice. This line is scripted. This action is scripted. In fact, pretty much all the videos with Mac are scripted.
You did it! Yeah! What we did was scripted. Holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Let's talk about Mac for a second.
We will die. Do you understand that?
I found public records showing that Mac moved from California to Greenville, North Carolina, where Jimmy is located, back in August 2023, 2 months before he appeared as a contestant. According to a former Mr. Beast employee, this is around the time when Mac started working full-time on the editing team at Mr. Beast. Also, he didn't just move into any old house, he moved into $1 million mansion. Now, I'm not gonna dox him. Only some asshole would do something like that.
After doxing and bullying the pilot some more like a f***ing douchebag,
turns to Eric and says, how do I fly this thing? And Eric just starts pushing buttons.
But I did find pictures of this mansion online, so I fed them into ChatGPT and asked it to create similar images. And this is what it came up with. And it's honestly not that far off. His 6,000 square foot $1 million mansion comes with a movie theater and 7 bathrooms.
What are you gonna spend the $800,000 on?
I mean, my life's changed now.
Yeah, I'm
He's gonna spend more. He's gonna spend $800,000 on more bathrooms. Is that crazy?
Sounds about right.
Would you do it too?
What are you gonna spend the $800,000 on?
I mean, my life's changed.
Look, I mean, my life's changed. And crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure that $800,000 is really gonna change your life.
Mac, this is a nice car. Tell me, where are we right now?
We're in the place that we drove to a few minutes ago.
Mac, let's cut the shit here. What have you been doing for like the last year?
A lot of family stuff.
What kind of family stuff?
Just like you know, playing catch with my dad. You know.
For a year? How do you make money? How are you like surviving?
Basically, my main strategy is I go to like grocery store type places.
Grocery store type places?
Yeah. And I basically what I'll do when I get there, I usually get like an amount of food that would feed me for like a week or so, right?
With what money?
The money that I made.
How did you make it?
Huh? Listen, you're getting too caught up in the details. They'll figure it out.
We will die. Do you understand that?
During this time lapse on the 4th day of 7 days stranded at sea, you can clearly see there's no one in the shelter. These are their empty beds. But after a hard cut, magically 5 people are awake, and 2 of the boys have bright yellow raincoats that they didn't have when it rained on day 2.
And after standing the whole night, completely soaked.
You didn't spend the night soaked, Jimmy. You slept on the production yacht. It's ironic because this is one of the videos where they claim that they don't fake things.
But no, we have to be the real channel that doesn't fake things.
In this video, this wink was added in post. In fact, 58 was actually on the far opposite side of the room from 42, and he just didn't hear him. This whole revenge storyline was added in post. Multiple shots show how timers are edited in post. Timers are edited in post. Timers are edited in post. They also manipulated contestants' audio in post.
We got 15 minutes.
In general, if anything happens last second, it's fake. Or if you can hear someone's voice but can't see their mouth, the audio could easily be added in post.
I literally think I'm gonna kill you.
And yes, this lie detector video was also fake.
Have you ever faked a video?
No.
It's that lie.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Okay, so Mr. Beast fabricates some contestant dialogue and timers and movements and storylines and uses a bunch of shitty CGI, but who really cares? I mean, the videos are just for entertainment only, right? I mean, it's not like he's ever rigged the results of a challenge. That would be impossible because he films with hundreds of random subscribers, right? Wrong. Let's look at this video. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend. So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to Mr. Beast, and oftentimes friends and family of Mr. Beast employees, or just the employees themselves. And when they do pull someone from outside of North Carolina, it's usually somebody who's in the industry, who's camera trained, who has built a following.
Is this GIF real, Nate?
Yeah.
Mr. Beast on his way to donate $500K to his rich and famous friends.
Hey, anyone I'm friends with watching that wants 10 grand?
They are never random subscribers.
You see that?
If you subscribe, you will not win $1 million. And what's even worse is that the results of this video were completely scripted. According to a former Mr. Beast employee, it would have been a PR problem if the boys had won by a lot. And because so many of the female contestants were Mr. Beast employees who got out immediately, production stepped in to actually make the results of the challenge closer. You can actually see some of this happen on camera, like when Jimmy pays one of the boys $10,000 to leave, which is twice as much as the actual prize money. But doesn't make the same offer to the girls.
The boys were blowing you out of the water. I paid the one guy who knew how to solve them to leave. Now if you don't win, that was all for nothing.
At another point, he gives the girls a camera drone so they would have been able to see how many boys were left. It doesn't work out, but seeing how much they're willing to help them on camera, I'm willing to believe that they did, in fact, help them off camera. Apparently at the end, they were only monitoring the boys to see if they stepped on the red line and not the girls, so that the girls would win the challenge. And to be clear, obviously the girls had an unfair start with having so many Mr. Beast employees get out immediately. I think they all did deserve $5,000 for that, but also the boys should deserve a fair chance at winning, I think. I think that's the expectation when you run a game show. But hey, that was a while ago, so I'm just glad they're not doing another rigged boys versus girls video. So knowing that Mr. Beast likes the results to be close and that offstage producers can sort of influence how a challenge progresses, I want to show one more example. This is a real-time video, meaning that time elapses the same in the video as it does in real life. Now immediately the intro is sped up, and the timer is clearly added in post, and he clearly touches the laser here, but whatever, let's assume that it's all real time. When he reaches the bottom floor, he has to turn these water valves. Now you can tell that these valves aren't actually connected to anything because the water flows out in an instant, and it happens when he's not even touching the valve. The contestant also goes back to the first valve unaware that anything had happened, and he's still able to spin it. So the valve seems to spin freely and isn't actually connected to the flow of water. So you could assume that producers might be off camera with remote switches to trigger the flow of water. And assuming they've tested this, the producers might know how long it takes for the water to clear out of the room, so they can sort of decide on the fly how many turns of the valve it takes, or just when to trigger the water in general to make the results close. And in this video, spoiler alert, the contestant wins the money, so rigging the challenge could be seen as a good thing, but there are many examples of contestants losing. And in traditional media, this kind of rigging is actually completely illegal.
We always have the same person tie all the knots so that we know they've tied them at the exact same tension. I mean, we get down to inches. And then we have a standards and practices person. And if you don't know what that is, on any kind of a game show where there is a prize, you have to have somebody that ensures that it's fair. They are out there essentially to make sure that we don't do something that would favor one player or one tribe.
I paid the one guy who knew how to solve them to leave.
In my mind, I'm thinking it's a fair game. But it's not. If they were having problems finding people, they can see kind of what area you're in. And they came to my area many times, and I was in the smallest cupboard. They had like big ones, medium ones, and small ones. I contorted this little 4'10" body into the smallest space, and I was in there for hours. And they didn't even open the door because they were like, a person can't even fit in there. So they went in there and they opened all the cabinets, and my heart was like, oh, they're gonna find me, they're gonna find me. And then I could hear them saying, like, she's not here. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, she's not here. The other thing that they said is absolutely no climbing in the air vents or the ceiling. And they said it's because they do all their wiring in the ceiling.
So I am up here. Okay, I feel good about this spot.
If it was held accountable, especially because this was a YouTube original production, Zach would have been eliminated for cheating. He broke the rules, and guarantee you, if I climbed in the ceiling, Mr. Beast would eliminate me.
He was in the ceiling!
Also, I think some of the Mr. Beast giveaways have been fake, but I'll get to that later. So now that I've explained some of the ways that Mr. Beast lies to build trust with his audience, I want to go on to explain how he exploits that trust for profit through running illegal lotteries, selling fake signatures, giving children diabetes, and more. A call to action is simply when you tell the viewer to do something, saying subscribe is a call to action. Early in his career, Mr. Beast found a better version of this where he takes a call to action and he adds positive or...
Nate, you seeing this?
I am.
Is it crazy? I thought you liked Mr. Beast, right?
Alright.
Are you starting to get a little mad right now?
Yeah, I don't really give a shit.
Really?
Yeah, why would that?
What if you... whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't
reinforcement
affect
to it.
me.
Now, as adults, we recognize that.
That's what it is.
Why would I care?
Hold on, give me a minute. I want to play a game.
What game?
Let's see. I don't think... You're not going to join it, but... Back to the video.
A joke.
I just want to do something.
Offer, but again, Mr. Beast's audience is primarily children who may have authorities in their life that actually use sweet treats or video game detentions as forms of reinforcement, and you aren't born understanding sarcasm. Whatever the reason, these reinforced call to actions are more effective than just saying subscribe. Oh, but there's an even much better version. The call to action giveaway.
If you guys want to win a brand new PS5, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel. I can't believe
Nate, that's why I am subscribed to Darman, Nate. I'm just joking.
Still doing fucking giveaways. Holy shit, it's so annoying. Stop this fucking shit. I'm so tired of it. Fucking 10 years of YouTube. People are still like buying subs for this shit.
Over the next 7 days, I'm gonna be giving 1,000 random people that subscribe.
Look, he's doing it too.
Samsung Galaxy S24.
How is this legal? I don't get it. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel.
All you have to do to enter to win one of these phones is subscribe.
It's a scam. Holy shit.
I literally spent over $1 million on these phones, and we literally found him 1 minute before Zach. I spent over $1 million on these phones. All you have to do to enter is hit that subscribe button.
Samsung, I just want you to love me.
So yeah, that's what a call to action giveaway is. At best, they are a way to buy subscribers, but much of the time they are legitimate scams. Either a YouTuber doesn't actually give away a prize, or in the case of these live streams, they are illegal lotteries where the only way to win a prize is by making a purchase. And obviously, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm just going to show you the law and then show you irrefutable evidence of what's being done, and you can make your own conclusions. The FTC defines a lottery as containing 3 elements: a valuable prize, random chance, and consideration, which can be time or effort, but in most cases is just payment. To successfully run a contest or a sweepstakes, you must eliminate one of these factors. A contest, for example, eliminates chance, and a sweepstakes eliminates consideration. In determining if any Mr. Beast giveaways have been illegal lotteries, we need to identify a prize, which is distributed through random chance and cannot be won without spending money. On August 2nd, 2020, Mr. Beast live streamed him and his friends signing limited edition shirts celebrating 40 million subscribers.
Nate, did you buy one of these
Here
shirts,
are
Nate?
just some of the clips from that stream.
For those of you who are just joining, if you buy one of our limited edition 40 mil special shirts, we're celebrating 40 million subscribers with a really big video, then we will sign that shirt, and some of them will get random prizes like this. In 10 minutes, right, because we gotta give them time to do their cart, we'll give 2 orders $500 each. 5 minutes, someone's getting $3 grand in their order. In 5 minutes, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna put $1,000 in a random order. 2 minutes, newest order gets $2,000. Good luck, everybody.
So this was a 6-hour live stream. They took it down off YouTube, but 5 hours of it are still up on their Facebook page. And during those 5 hours, I counted 46 illegal lotteries. These lotteries are also run poorly. Multiple times they would say something like, buy in the next 5 minutes for a chance to win. And then 7 minutes later go, actually, the newest order in 30 seconds is gonna win.
In 5 minutes, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna put $1,000 in a random order. Hey, Daryl, don't we owe someone $1,000?
We do.
Yeah, so, all right, so the newest order, in 30 seconds, we are gonna put $1,000 in your package.
Stephen K.
Okay?
Stephen King.
And there is no second.
It's you.
giveaway, 30
You
seconds
won.
later, like Jimmy said, this is just
I
one
won.
very shady giveaway. They just go on to talk about how Steven made a profit.
Steven's a handsome name.
Yeah, you have a handsome name.
We're proud of you, Steven.
I counted 13 of these extra shady lotteries where they did not give the prize in the original time frame that they said.
Okay, so we're gonna put 2 iPhones in this pinata, and we're gonna give it to someone who orders a shirt in 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Buy a limited edition shirt or hoodie, and we're gonna pick a random one in 10 minutes and give them $2,000.
Have we done iPhones yet?
Oh,
we did one.
Oh wait, hey
Yeah.
Daryl. First, actually, before we do that, we never picked the pinata.
So these clearly fit the definition of an illegal lottery. These clips are also not out of context. No one ever said no purchase necessary. There's nothing in the description or on the website. At one point, Mr. Beast is informed that they ran out of PlayStations, and he says, "Are we trying to not sell merch?"
Our city is sold out of PlayStations. We don't have any. We have to give away. Are we trying to not sell merch?
So he clearly knows that they're making more money by running these illegal lotteries. Another shady thing he did was constantly suggest that they're doing too many giveaways to make a profit.
My guy over there doing the numbers is like, stop, please. It's like, you do realize every time you give away an Xbox and $1,000, you don't make money. I'm like, oh, I know we're not gonna make money. What are we doing, guys? We're gonna check after the stream, and it's gonna be like,
oh no, what a waste.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna break neutral.
When there was just no way they were ever even close to losing money on this stream.
I don't know who this is, but you just got a pair of AirPods. Oh my gosh, we're not making money. Guys, we need to stop giving everyone something.
We've just
like,
lost like 7
almost everything that someone's bought, we put something in their package. I'm not gonna make money.
In 5 hours, they gave away about $50,000 worth of stuff and sold over 50,000 t-shirts. Selling these t-shirts at $42 each, profit margin would be about $22. But even if they were making like $1 per shirt, they would still be fine. Also, by my estimates, only 1 in every 1,600 orders actually won a prize. And I guarantee he has real-time analytics on his laptop. He knows they make more money every time he says, "Oh my God, guys, we're giving away so much stuff. We're not even gonna make a profit. Please, don't you want me to make a profit?" That's why he keeps saying it. Also, they just don't show how winners are picked. So it's probably not actually random. You know, humans have biases. Imagine Jimmy tells the guy off camera, "Hey, pick a name right now." And he sees 2 names. One is easy to pronounce, one is not. This is why lotteries are heavily regulated, to ensure fairness. Also, obviously, you have to be 18 to play the lottery. It's gambling. Mr. Beast isn't just promoting gambling to children here. He's running the casino. And this isn't even close to the worst stream he's done. 4 months later, Mr. Beast signed shirts again, but this time it was a 24-hour live stream with way more illegal lotteries. And by the way, the rest of these streams were taken down shortly after upload, so all I have is some old clips and Reddit threads talking about them. Now this stream did say, "We are doing a ton of giveaways, no purchase necessary," in the description. But to be eligible to win most prizes, you had to make a purchase.
Would you guys prefer, that we throw money in random orders, or that we throw items in random orders? Yeah.
Somebody screamed in chat, "I want a Switch! Hey. Buy a shirt!"
In 30 minutes, we are giving away my car to someone that buys merch.
Which each giveaway is its own independent event. You can't give one prize to someone who buys something and a different prize to someone in chat. The prize where you have to buy something is still an illegal lottery, which obviously Mr. Beast knows this, but you know, he's a poker player. He likes a little bluffery, a little plausible deniability, you know, pretending to be ignorant of the law.
You know, YouTube's a little different than this. Yeah. Because YouTube, I can just do stuff like that. I can just be like, you know what? Pull up a database of 100 people that bought chocolate bars and pick 100 random ones. Got it. I think I can do that over here. I don't know. So I don't want to say anything. And then someone be like, yeah, actually, that's illegal. Right.
I could not find any way to enter the big Tesla giveaway without spending at least $42.
And we're giving away a Tesla to someone random who bought stuff.
They also gave away 24 tickets, which gave you the opportunity to be in a video. Again, most of these tickets you had to make a purchase to win.
One random person that buys in what time frame? 10 minutes. We're going to put this in someone's order that buys something. And we're going to have 24 people. We're going to put them in 24 different circles. $1 million on the line. Have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Also, this video never happened. There is no Mr. Beast video of 24 people in circles competing for $1 million. Unless it ended up being 100 people in a circle competing for $500,000, but that's a smaller prize and much worse odds. So like, did they just pocket the money or what? Hey, It's the pilot guy.
Let's get it!
Wait, he's about to be the first one out? That's unlike him.
Even though you got out first, I still have a
Nate, is this crazy, Nate? You're about to see something wild.
prize for you. Just wait here.
Oh, first person out gets a car, and it just happened to be your friend Mac. Another thing that just annoys me is Jimmy
Is that crazy, Nate?
constantly says during these live streams that he's just doing this for fun because he loves giving things away.
Oh, and I just like giving away stuff. It's kind of fun to me.
Imagine you just lost a bunch of money at the casino, and the owner comes out and he says, guys, the reason I do all this, I just love giving away money.
Is that crazy?
Also, you're 7 years old in that example. It's insane that he can
So
put these massively profitable illegal lotteries targeted towards children as an act of generosity.
So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to go place an order at shopmrbeast.com. Anyone watching any of the lives. And we're going to throw iPhones in some of them.
And again, there are very few videos of this live stream on the internet. I think Mr. Beast probably copyright strikes re-uploads. But almost any clip you do find will have some new violation of internet gambling or sweepstakes laws.
I thought it was him. I was like, keep going. Wait, really? Let's go. Wait, it's literally like his initial. Who is it? My cousin. Wait, really?
Actually, that's illegal.
Some of the common complaints we see in threads about this live stream are that they only signed large t-shirts. So when they selected an order to give a prize, it was apparently always a large or extra large t-shirt. They kept saying things like buy in the next 15 minutes for a chance to win and then not honoring it. Multiple people claiming that their name was read to win a prize and they never received it. This person is still tweeting about it to this day. Now, there's a lot more people complaining about the deceptive.
Nate, you're also still tweeting it, right? That you didn't win your prize because your name is that one guy?
Reading all this really upsets me because I spent money I honestly didn't have for 5 shirts at different times during the live when they said things like buy now and you will get prize or money. And I received 2 orders and nothing but shirt, both with MB and one with a heart and one with a smiley. I was hoping for at least a couple things for Christmas for my family. Now, this commenter also goes on to explain that she's disabled, has PTSD. Lotteries and scams specifically target vulnerable populations like that. I'm disappointed. My son bought a signed shirt and was so excited. He watched a live stream and saw that people who bought would receive $100. He was excited to win something and be a part of his favorite streamer, Mr. Beast. When the shirt arrived, he was grinning from ear to ear. When he realized that there was no $100, he was visibly disappointed. He said nothing other than, I guess he meant everyone except me. He loves his shirt, but I'm really upset seeing him hurt. And obviously people can lie on the internet, but a lot of people are independently claiming the same things. Like that at the end of the live stream, they said they were putting $100 in every order. Now, my speculation is that they put $100 in every order that came across the table that they signed, but I'd be interested to see how they worded that. If the video of this live stream ever resurfaces, I think a lot of these claims will be proven true, which Mr. Beast definitely has this stream saved. He saves all his footage. So I'll ask you, Jimmy, will you publish this to prove your innocence? Also, using archive.org, we can see what the website looked like on the day of the stream, and while there's no mention of any sweepstakes whatsoever, it does say this limited tee signed by Mr. Beast and crew, but the description says it's signed by a member of the Mr. Beast crew, and it doesn't say anywhere that other members will sign MB, deceiving people into believing it was signed by Mr. Beast. So here's a clip of Tyler forging, or not, maybe not forging.
Who's this? Nate, I'm forging Nate. Look.
Whoa.
Using Mr. Beast's signature. So Tyler signs MB, which is Mr. Beast's signature. Then he covers it, signs his own initials, TC.
TC, Nate!
Oh, yeah.
That's literally me, Nate.
Smirks and looks around and then quickly slides the shirt away.
I smirk and quickly slide the shirt away, Nate.
Could you make it any more obvious? You know, you don't accidentally have someone else's signature as muscle memory. And again, I'm not a lawyer. I think this is fraud. Maybe they could say it's the brand's signature, even though it's clearly implied that this is Jimmy's signature, which was established during the last live stream.
Hey! MB, Mr. Beast. So this is Mr. Beast's signature.
It's not.
No, this one was signed by Mr. Beast. It's just got the MB, but that means it's signed by Mr. Beast. That's obviously his. Mr. Beast. This is so cool. That's obviously his. Mr. Beast.
Now you see me write it? Crazy.
You know, some people
Yeah.
bought these shirts as collector's items or even investments, and this puts into question the authenticity of all Mr. Beast signed merch, which otherwise could have been very valuable one day. This was clearly muscle memory, and judging by his body language, he knew he exposed this. Even Tariq notices Tyler slip up and immediately looks into the
You see that, Nate, Tariq?
Yeah.
camera, looks guilty, and then readjusts his body and rubs his hands together. Also, Mr. Beast said during the live stream that this is the last time he'd ever sign anything, and that was just a lie. Illegal lotteries targeted towards children and selling fake signatures. I mean, imagine if any other YouTuber was caught doing this.
You're very
the guy
smart
who
with your
just
money.
throws away millions of dollars on YouTube videos is a gambler. Who would have thought?
By this point, Mr. Beast noticed a problem with these CTA giveaways. I mean, obviously they're illegal, but more importantly, they're not as profitable as they could be. Look at it like this. There are two value propositions at play here. The perceived value of the product and the perceived value of the chance to win a prize. So for something like these $42 t-shirts, if the viewer values the chance to be in a video at $10, they need to value the t-shirt at an additional $32 to make the purchase. So the more expensive the product, the less effective the lottery is. You want to get the product as close to $0 as possible, so people are just paying for the perceived value of the lottery. That's what's most profitable because humans can't accurately comprehend the difference between 1 in a million odds versus 1 in a billion odds. They both kind of just compute as, I have a small chance to win, which Mr. Beast is well aware of this flaw in human mental arithmetic.
At past a certain point, the average human is like large sum of money, and like larger sum of money doesn't really impact the viewing experience.
So also, the larger your audience is, the more profitable a lottery will be. Anyway, Mr. Beast wanted the cheapest product possible to use for the CTA giveaways. Basically a piece of paper, but you obviously couldn't sell a piece of paper without getting backlash. So in January 2021, 3 months after the last shirt signing stream, Mr. Beast did a live stream where for only $10, viewers could send a picture to the moon. Wait, JPEGs that are going to the moon? And of course he did more illegal lotteries.
Just to keep things fun and interesting, as if putting a photo on the moon isn't interesting enough. Someone who puts a photo on the moon, or if you buy the bundle, whatever, and the next 30 minutes, we'll just fly you down to be in a video.
3 years later, the spaceship finally launched, carrying beautiful pictures of deceased loved ones to the moon, where they would be immortalized. It fucking exploded. So obviously, Mr. Beast refunded.
Is that crazy, Nate?
Right? Is it Mr. Beast's fault that the rocket exploded? No. Is it his fault that he advertised it as for $10 I will put your photo on the moon?
For $10, I'll put whatever picture you want on the moon.
When he couldn't guarantee that? Yes, of course. October 16th, 2021, same thing. Buy this shirt to be in a video.
Shopify dashboard. We just have like a random number generator, and then like we just put the number, like if there's 1,000 orders, we just put it, picks a number between 1 and 1,000, then my people give me the name. So, the first person that we're inviting to be in our Squid Game, if you want
I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna pause the video. Now, is it crazy that you're seeing this? He's taking the trash out on the date. Oh my god, I got hit. Look at my POV. I've been playing this game. Oh, that's him. Oh my god, I didn't see that. I thought it was a metal. It's like no one here, I swear to god, it's like no one on each screen. Look at my new username. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. We got another person! Metal. Pretty cool. Scheiße. Damn! They're pimping out Sonic. Gotta go fast. Go heal Sal. My boy Tails, not to heal. Oh, Scheiße. Oh, I just dodged that. That was Sigma. So cool. Run, Sally, run. Uh-oh. I got a medic, Sally. Oh, there we go. That's convenient. Because they're supportive. I didn't want to support a person. Tails. I haven't heard him shot anybody yet, so it's really the best. But it's kind of sad to see. Oh my god, he just died. That's crazy. Okay. I'm metal now. Which is pretty cool. Think about it. Makes sense. Ha! Look at this. Scheiße! Why do I say that? Crazy. Taking that ring, bro. That ring will save me. I'm so cooked. There's 282 minutes left. Seconds. Nate's back. I can tell. I put this back. That's convenient. Actually, I'm gonna keep it there. Nate, you're back, right?
Hey, man.
You ready? You ready for another silly moment? Nate, you in your chair yet?
Huh?
Are you in your chair yet?
Okay.
Okay. You ready to watch the silly video? Here, Nate, I played it, Nate.
Shirt or hoodie is Alonso Diaz.
Nate, that's you, Nate. You're Alonso Diaz.
Dude, Nikhil's getting crazy at the college place this time.
What?
Nikhil's getting busy time.
What are you talking about?
You know when he was in your chat earlier?
Yeah?
Yeah, that wasn't him.
Who was that?
Just know he's getting busy time.
That wasn't him? I'm so confused, Nate.
All you gotta know is he's getting busy.
He was getting a Rizzy?
Mm-hmm. Nikhil's getting busy time.
What the fuck is going on?
What?
What the fuck? Okay.
Hey, that wasn't Nikhil who was talking that.
Was his like little brother or something?
No.
Who was it?
Just Nikhil get really dash. Nikhil's a red load.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Really?
Like they actually sent $100 bill.
Wait, what does it say? Oh, now we have to read the message. You and your crew are an inspiration to our young ones. We wanted to send you $100. Everyone click the link or the view product thing in the bottom left. We're gonna open 3 packages, and whatever's in those 3 packages, we're gonna give someone random that buys.
Mr. Beast is the American dream.
Now I'm going to get to what, in my opinion, is the most unethical CTA
Nate, you seeing this, Nate?
giveaway that
Yeah.
You're not seeing it?
I said yeah.
Mr. Beast has done. But before I do that, I really want to drive home the point that the closer a sweepstakes is to an illegal lottery, the more money it makes. Because, you know, every customer is supposed to be informed that they can enter easily for free and that making a purchase does not increase their chances of winning. Like, you're supposed to say no purchase necessary in all of your promotional material, which Mr. Beast does not do. This legal gray area only leads to people getting scammed, especially the elderly and children, who are also being introduced to gambling. The only people who benefit off of sweepstakes are influencers and scammers. Remember Wizza, a sweepstakes company that got exposed as a total scam and shut down? Even Omaze, the charity sweepstakes company, got exposed as a scam and had to shut down in the US. Or back in the day, there was Mystery Brand. You remember Mystery Brand?
So Mystery Brand is a website where you purchase different boxes with chances of winning things. Take, for example, this women's Christmas box. It costs $15 to open, and you can win the most expensive Los Angeles realty. But you can't even click it, okay? It doesn't even give you more information, but apparently it's worth $250 million. I love that you can't click it. Like, they're just like, trust us. There's a $250 million house with your name on it. All the way down to Icicle. Site balance. I'm willing to bet that this is probably what 99% of the people are getting.
Hey, at least Mr. Beast never wanted to work with this obvious scam. I mean, at least Mr. Beast's manager never went on some podcast and talked about how Mr. Beast really wanted to work with this company. No, what's this?
Is there anything you've had to say no to?
Yeah, tons. Yeah, so a good example. So it was about 3 years or 2.5 years ago when I started working with Jimmy. What was becoming really popular were these like mystery loot crate, like internet sites where it's basically like CSGO skins, but you'd go on and be like, here's the Supreme box, and you'd pay $50 for it. And remember, it was
didn't RiceGum did
yeah,
quite a
Jake
few
Paul,
people.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, they got a lot of hate for that.
Right.
Jimmy was, he wanted to work with that company when he heard about it because there was a lot of money and we wanted to give that money away in a video, and I had to talk him back on it. I was like, listen, we're not promoting gambling. I think people are going to see this negatively. So it was a long conversation that him and I had to have, which eventually we passed on the deal, and then Jake Paul and RiceGum ended up doing that deal and got a lot of hate for it.
Jimmy, why is your manager saying that you wanted to promote this obvious scam to your young, impressionable audience? Mr. Beast launched Feastables, his new chocolate brand, back in January 2022.
I want to tell you guys about my new snack company, Feastables. They're made with only 5 ingredients, but still taste amazing. And I'm kicking off Feastables with something I've always wanted to do. 10 random bars are going to have a mystery ticket inside of them, and if you get this mystery ticket, we will fly you out to compete for a chocolate factory in one of our videos. And on top of that, Chandler, we're giving away over $1 million in other prizes to random people that buy the bars. Dude, I need to buy these.
It's interesting to look back at this because a large part of Feastables' marketing campaign was the fact that it's a better for you brand, that it's healthier for you than Hershey's. Less sugar, only 4 ingredients, all organic.
I wanted to just make a better for you snack brand because I think a lot of the stuff out there is just terrible for you.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat. Like Hershey's, for example, there's 10 ingredients, super processed. Our Feastables bars are 5 ingredients, and just all the ingredients are way higher quality. And it's infinitely better than the other options out there.
I got all the Feastable chocolates. Let's try them and rank them 1 to 6.
I'm gonna be completely honest, totally not biased, because if it sells more, I make more money.
I'm gonna be honest, and I hope Jimmy is sitting next to me and not getting his feelings hurt.
Compare it to Hershey's. It's our Crunch Bar.
Okay. This is the one you believe in?
Yes.
It's not crazy, Jimmy.
No? You don't like Crunch Bars?
I do like Crunch Bars, but again, it's too sweet.
Let me try this. Maybe these are defective.
I
Oh
do
my
like
god, this tastes good to me.
Wait, we're supposed to be ranking them. I rated the first one, so we going completely off.
No,
We're going completely off of.
We're in too deep. I rate this a 10 out of 10. I give this an 11 out of 10. Keep in mind, only 5 ingredients, infinitely healthier for you than the normal thing out there.
Also my favorite so far.
Okay, here's the thing. I didn't realize you were a dark chocolate guy.
I'm not a super dark chocolate guy. I do love dark chocolate. I get it a 7.8 out of 10.
Okay, I'm starting to understand this, man.
man,
Okay,
get a little
okay.
higher.
I'm starting to figure this man out. You're gonna like this one, right? You like salt? I
love
raised you as a
salt.
sea salt guy. I'm gonna get rid of these.
No, I want to try those.
No, you just don't. Trust me. You like.
is the
You're a
best
dark
one?
chocolate kind of guy. Yes. I can read the room. The room is red.
Now in 2024, Mr. Beast changed the formula again to where it has mostly the same ingredients as Hershey's and even more sugar and more calories per bar. In this initial ad for Feastables where he calls it
Dude, what the
healthy,
fuck's up with
skipping
your
millions
video,
of views a
Ted?
month. Also,
What are you talking about?
It's very laggy.
Wait, restarted or
Like the
something?
voices. No, not like the voice is laggy.
Probably because you're sus, Nate.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
Sure. Is it good now, Nate? Even though I'm not playing it?
Yep.
She is good now.
I don't think you should ever advertise it as over $1 million in prizes when more than
Is it better?
those prizes are just coupons for more
Oh, I didn't even know you on pause.
forcing you to spend
Yes,
more
I
money
know.
if you actually want to redeem them. Ooh, a $5 coupon for Beast Burger. Now a single combo only costs $20.
Bob's Burgers Palace or fucking Five Guys. If this shit can be successful, fucking Five Guys.
It's so good.
Who cares? It's called Five Guys. What kind of fucking name is that?
It doesn't matter. The burgers are good.
Branding matters.
Branding does not matter,
Maybe
right,
you should
Nate?
spend a little less time on this beautiful logo and more time on making the food actually edible.
Is this you, Nate?
Have you ever had a Mr. Beast burger?
No, I've never had this. Nate, what's this, Nate?
Would you try one time?
No, I don't like Mr. Beast anymore, Nate.
Also, be for real, dude.
Dude, why is every YouTuber just falling apart recently, dude?
Nate, you're next, Nate. You're next.
Like, it was fucking Dr. Disrespect that started the whole loophole tie. Then it went into Chris Tyson.
Nate, how do you know that, Nate?
And now it's Mr. Beast faking shit.
Nate, how'd you know that, Nate? How'd you know about that?
How'd I know that, Ty? How'd I know that?
Nate, you know Cody Ko is actually bad too. He's also a predator now.
Who?
Cody Ko, you know that guy?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Are you being serious or are you just fucking with me, Ty?
No, I'm not fucking with you. That's the thing. Want me to switch it up?
Yeah. Dude, that guy's so funny.
Let's see. Let's like Moist Critical. Maybe he did it.
Oh, yeah. Penguins.
I love it.
That's the wrong channel, Ty.
Yeah, give me a moment. Penguin.
Dude, Chipotle is horrible.
Here.
Yeah, watch that one later, Ty.
Want to watch together after this one?
Sure.
Okay.
This is like a 8-year-old sloppy.
Wait, how much is the game?
Piss burger. It
me
literally
look.
looks like.
Stop beating your shit. Hey, calm down now.
Piss.
Oh, shit, Ty.
It's like $500.
Ty, should we get chained together, Ty?
Sure.
Ty, should we get it? It's $5. I mean, I'd have to get it tomorrow, but it's pretty fun.
Sure. Hey, you watching?
Yes. Wait, why are we not watching the Cody Ko?
No. Mr. Beast. Why Miss his drop shit burgers taste like ass, Nate.
Also, this digital reel is not
Back to your
representative
shade
of your actual odds. Mark Rober has talked about this common deceptive casino tactic before.
Dude, Mark Rober is probably one of the best YouTubers ever.
He's also pretty not a bad joking.
Oh, yeah.
This is exactly what happens in this
Dude, I don't think anything could ever make Mark Rober a bad person. At all.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Dude, his son is autistic, Ty.
Because they think they can just do it on the next one.
So I am absolutely pigging out on Feastables. And I
Is this you, Nate?
Mr. Beast
Yep.
is teaching us gambling. Minus points because there's no cool music. Anyway.
There's no cool music.
Gamble.
Also, these tickets, one of them just so happened to go to a YouTuber with 700,000 subscribers at the time.
Yeah, and they
It was
won.
pure chance.
This was just taped.
It was taped.
No freaking way.
So it is like really like total chance. Obviously, like you're one of like hundreds of thousands of names.
Talk to Jimmy, Bella. What do you got to say to
Jimmy,
say to
thank
him?
you for picking us.
No, he didn't. It was random.
I know.
Was it though? Was it random? Also, this guy went on to win the Chocolate Factory, and extremely unlikely things do happen, but can we see how the winners were chosen maybe? Because knowing how important it is to Jimmy that every video has entertaining contestants through the whole video, it's a little suspicious. I'll just say, in my opinion, as somebody who worked for Mr. Beast, I don't think this large YouTuber won a ticket purely by chance. Also, I know that producers are sort of able to pull strings behind the scenes to give some contestants better chances than others. And he runs these sweepstakes to like bribe children with gambling to consume more sugar. Like, this is far worse than a lottery ticket because a lottery ticket doesn't give you diabetes and only pay out your rich and famous friends. Like, MrBeast is bringing hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of new people to the candy aisle, whether he wants to admit it or not.
People are just walking to the chocolate aisle, and instead of buying Hershey's, buying Feastables. Like, people who never would have bought chocolate in Walmart are walking to the chocolate aisle specifically to buy Feastables.
You're creating a new market.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm bringing new customers to the aisle.
Okay, I guess he does want to admit it. You know, kind of a weird flex, not something I would brag about, Jimmy. Also, maybe I should mention technically I'm a certified nutritionist, which really just means I paid $1,200 for a
When did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Something about a true nutritionist paying $200 or some shit.
Nate, look.
Okay, I'm lucky.
Nate, look.
I'm bringing non-obese people to the chocolate aisles. What a hero.
This is Mr. Beast.
He does want to admit it.
Wait, let's hear him say it.
New market. Exactly. I'm bringing new customers to the aisle.
Okay, I guess
He didn't say that.
What?
He didn't say exactly what that guy said.
Basically, that's what he said. I'm bringing new customers to the candy aisle. I'm bringing these people to the candy aisle. What a hero.
To admit it. You know, kind
What
of
a hero,
flex,
Nick.
not something I would brag about, Jimmy. Also, maybe I should mention technically I'm a certified nutritionist, which really just means I paid $1,200 for a course and then failed to launch a health food company. But I know that poor diet and especially excessive sugar consumption is the #1 cause of death and health problems in America, including some of the health problems that MrBeast claims to care so much about. Blindness, deafness, loss of limbs. MrBeast also just launched a combo with Zaxby's, which if you get a soda, it's over 2,000 calories for one meal.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat.
The only thing real in this video is the new MrBeast box at Zaxby's.
I'm pretty sure this would be illegal in Europe. This is like more calories in one
Dude,
meal
that is
than the average
outrageous.
10-year-old is supposed to consume on a daily basis.
Tell me how I'm killing little kids.
New research finds childhood obesity rates are getting worse.
The #1 killer in America is obesity. The number of deaths in overweight people surpass alcohol and smoking altogether.
For 30 days straight, we are going to be giving away $10,000 to a lucky customer who scans the QR code on the back of any new Feastable
Dude,
bar.
Ty, you ever gotten one of those?
No.
Pretend to care about the health epidemic in the U.S. only when it's profitable.
Have you?
Obviously not.
For them.
Yeah,
I know
you're not
this point is
supporting
gonna
the
resonate with
scuba.
a lot of people because of how normalized high calorie and high sugar diets are in America. But like bribing children to get into the habit of consuming excessive amounts of sugar, like $10,000 a day as a giveaway is very deliberate because it's trying to create repeat customers that just buy out of habit. Like doing this especially when you clearly understand how much of a health risk it is to these kids.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat.
It's honestly just fucking evil to me.
Why does he sell chocolate and fast food, Nate?
And I push back against this a lot.
Because he wishes he was obese,
For
you
Halloween
know?
this year,
Mhm.
Feastables is planning on putting $1 million in a chocolate bar. And they wanted to do a bunch of like scummy marketing and shit. My manager literally said at one point that they wanted to associate buying a Feastables with your dream coming true. So they're pitching ideas like, you know, buy a Feastables, win 10K, buy a Feastables.
Wanna know a fun fact, Nate?
Yeah, sure.
According to a YouTube video I saw, Chris Tyson is pretending to be trans because he likes wearing his sister's clothing. It's like his fetish. Is that crazy?
God.
Spitting out money, buy a Feastables, and it has a ticket to Disney World, whatever, right? And I don't want to put a lot of like hearsay into this video. You should just believe the receipts that I'm showing you and not what I'm saying. But I swear to God, I said to somebody at the company, I feel like Feastables is 70% a chocolate company and 30% a lottery targeting children. And this higher up person at MrBeast said it was probably closer to the other way around and was laughing about it. Like 70% a lottery, 30% a chocolate company. Everyone knows it's just these
That crazy?
actions and call to action giveaways especially that drive sales. As soon as they stop, it's hard for large bargain retailers to sell this shit for 70% off. That's why they push them so hard. Once they stop the diabetes lottery, no one buys. Also, this is the website right now. MrBeast wants you to join the crew. Just so weird and scummy to me.
Mr. Beast wants you to go to Chris Tyson Island.
Yep.
He's picking a bunch of kids to go to the Chris Tyson Island to have a fun party there.
I believe all the Feastables giveaways do have official rules and no purchase necessary clauses somewhere, but it's very difficult to find them. In traditional media, if you advertise a sweepstakes like in a commercial, you have to say in the promotional material itself, no purchase necessary. Somehow MrBeast gets away with not saying no purchase necessary in any of his promotional materials, not the videos, the descriptions, pinned comments, nothing.
To celebrate our launch of milk chocolate and sea salt, we went out and we bought 10 Teslas, loads of cash, and all these prizes you see on the screen. And prizes aside, unlike Hershey's, these bars only have 4 to 5 ingredients and just genuinely taste good. Go to Feastables.com right now and order some chocolate. Only problem is the chocolate river is deteriorating.
The only place you'll find no purchase necessary is either on the Feastables Twitter account because it's a rule of the platform, and even still they try to push it. No perched neck, or hidden deep in the Feastables website under a FAQ. And to enter for free, you have to mail in separate 3" by 5" hand-addressed written index cards, up to 10 a day. Do you think kids are gonna do that shit or just beg their parents when they're at Walmart for the YouTuber diabetes lottery ticket? How is this legal? How do you mail something without making a purchase? Cards, envelopes, stamps. The free entry method can cost more than the chocolate bar itself. Also, going back to sweepstakes law for a second, payment isn't the only form of consideration. Consideration can also be time or effort that directly benefits MrBeast in some way. Like, I don't know, if he told his fans to clean up and organize his Feastables displays in Walmart for a chance to win $5,000. Shelfie cleanup and $5,000 drawing? They thought this was going to be a monthly thing, but it got a lot of controversy, obviously. How can I successfully clean up the shelves? Wow, glad you asked. No bars on the shelf? Go find an employee and ask them to check to see if there is product in the back room and ask them to bring them out so you can put it on the shelf to match the tags. What the fuck, dude? Imagine a 7-year-old looking for the Walmart manager so he can ask to stock shelves for a chance to be compensated? Dude, was Walmart in on this? This was not just one off-the-cuff tweet. This was like planned with instructions and graphics and everything. Also, a company asking children for selfies is a little bit weird. And while you're at it, if you want to maybe move some Hershey's bars and make sure that Feastables has plenty of space, I wouldn't complain. Ah! I just cannot believe they were going to give $5,000 to one of MrBeast's child laborers for stocking shelves. And no one at MrBeast was like, hey, this is a terrible idea. Actually, if you said that, you'd probably get fired.
This is the best tasting chocolate on earth. Good job, boys.
Whoa, 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 whoa. How do we know that's the best tasting chocolate in the world?
You're fired.
What? This is such horse shit. You can do that? I mean, that is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah. The most shocking result was that Feastables never earned anything higher than a 3rd place ranking.
But I do think their branding as like world's best chocolate bar is how do you get away with that? World's best chocolate.
It's false advertising.
What does that even? What does that?
Oh,
even,
yeah,
what does that even fucking mean?
Define that yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I would think you'd have to. I don't know. I'm sure whoever worked on his marketing gave some thought to it or something.
Okay, one last point of consideration. Prolonged attention is definitely a form of consideration. In the attention economy, it is the valuable resource that advertisers directly pay MrBeast for. So in these live streams when MrBeast says, hey guys, today we're doing a bunch of illegal lotteries, but also we're going to be giving away some free stuff to people who keep watching. He does that to boost viewer numbers.
I'm going to give you guys a reason to keep watching, okay? Here's what I'm going to do. Randomly, I'm not going to tell you when. It could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. I'm going to randomly pick
It was over an hour.
this IG live stream and one person watching this YouTube live stream. I'm going to give you each $5,000. So keep watching.
There's no predictable intervals for when MrBeast will give things away for free to people who watch. So you have to be present when they happen, which means viewers have to keep watching, which is time and effort that directly benefits MrBeast. The more viewers, the more money MrBeast obviously makes, either directly through sales or AdSense or just getting boosted in the YouTube algorithm. So even the free giveaways could and should be against the law. MrBeast just uses gambling psychology to exploit young children for profit. He's just become the first casino where the currency you pay with is attention.
Do you think attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
Well, of course.
Or labor or money sometimes.
Yeah, his core audience is like, I'd say like 10 to 12-year-old boys. Older people are a little bit over him. Some people kind of question the ethics, you know. They sometimes say in these videos where he like builds all these wells or, you know, cures people of this blindness. It's almost like he's exploiting people for these views. So older audiences don't love him, but this tween audience, they love him and they're thinking, you know, watching him could get me a car, so why wouldn't I?
I'm gonna give you guys a reason to keep watching.
Okay, now as far as fake giveaways go, I'm sort of limited in what I can say without exposing confidential information and getting sued. So my official statement is that sometimes things slip through the cracks, and personally, I believe that is intentional. Here's one example where someone on Reddit posted saying that they were promised free dog food for life in exchange for letting MrBeast use them in a video. 5 months later, they still haven't received their dog food. I actually sent this post to someone who works at MrBeast, and they said they were going to send it to the PR team, and then the Reddit post got taken down. So I don't know if it got resolved.
You seen that, Nate?
Oh yeah,
Another example of things.
Your video has been removed by the MrBeast PR team.
Slipping through the cracks.
The second thing that I probably would
Is this you, Nate?
is invest. And I know what y'all about to say. Y'all about to go to the clip too where Jimmy said that we set a certain amount aside to invest.
I know you talked about wanting to maybe invest 50K and then set aside like the other 23 for just other little nuances here and there.
This is not me calling anybody a liar or anything, because I know what y'all do. I know what the internet does.
Why is Fortnite playing in the background, dude?
Bro, he's using his brain cells to do it.
Oh, yeah.
But that didn't happen. I talked to Jimmy after I won $1 million, after I finally like got the remaining amount in my bank account. I was telling him, I was like, man, I don't want to fail. I don't want to be like how everybody's saying, like I'm gonna run out of money and do all this crazy stuff. I was like, man, Jimmy, please help me. And he said he was gonna help me and we was gonna invest, but yeah, that didn't happen. So
if you actually watch this video, you know, MrBeast does say that they're not going to be irresponsible, that they're going to try to set Mark up for life, and that they are going to help him with investing.
What we're actually going to do is be responsible and try to set Mark up for his future. So we're going to make smart purchases like a house, cars, and do some investing.
But according to Mark, MrBeast only gave him an hour to plan what house to buy, and then gave him only 24 hours to spend the bulk of his money for a video.
Time. I wish I would have
had
more time, and I wish I would have planned out stuff better. Like that was the best example I can give you is when we had planned out the house and stuff. I literally had an hour. He had somebody come to my house, and we sat down and we planned all this in an hour. Yeah, they came to my house and we planned this out, and yeah, in about an hour. So I wish I would have had more time, and I wish I would have did a couple things differently on the time management side, which I guess I really couldn't help because I had to spend it. I had to spend the money, and I had to like do all this. So
I'm starting to think he might have been a little bit better off if you didn't make him spend $1 million in 24 hours for content.
Can I just say, I'm super glad you won the $1 million.
All I need from you is a signature right here. The vehicles are yours.
What we're actually going to do is be responsible and
Wait, what I'd say, getting ripped off 100K at a car dealership Jimmy bought him to. So Jimmy made him buy this.
No, what I'm assuming is that dealership dude marked the price up a bit because he knew how much money that they had to spend.
set Mark up for his future.
You better not read it. You're a millionaire. You ain't got time to read.
The more you show us around, the more I'm like, thank God.
There's Chris the meme god before he was, you know.
Dude, he's a gay faggot, man.
Yeah, and well, he's not even. He's like doing it as a fetish.
Dude, he fucking left his wife and his kid.
Yeah.
To be a transgender fucking pedophile, Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually fun.
What is?
What Chris did.
Yeah. What'd you do, Nate? What'd you do? What'd you do?
Hell no.
Nate's off today. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. That's crazy.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you set up Mr. Krabs. You stole the crown so Neptune would freeze him and you could finally get your stubby
The hell are we watching now?
Krabby Patty formula. It was you all along. But
Oh, is it the same video?
fatal mistake. You messed with my paycheck. And I'm gonna report you to the highest authority in the land, King Neptune.
We'll see about that, Inspector Loose Lips.
Now activating helmet brain control devices.
Look at that stuff it says on the thing. the stuff, like what it said.
Subscribe to Mr. Beast Money Prizes Money Merch by now.
That's
We got that.
Or Mr. Beast box. Subscribe to Mr. Beast.
Oh hell, Plankton.
Who can stop me now?
Now be like shocked, like have your hands over your face, like you're emotional as you can be. So like have your hand reaching for it, and then like be like shocked, like you're, yeah. Now act a little surprised. Like be like really shocked with your mouth open.
You ready for Cody Co?
Yeah. No, Ty, it's the third one, Ty.
It's Cody
The
Co.
fourth tab, my bad. No, Ty, fourth, yeah, that one.
All right, are we ready?
That is not it.
Are you ready? You ready to
Cody
get
Ko's
scared?
a YouTuber that probably doesn't need an introduction. I don't need to read.
Hey, you know Cody Co, right?
Yeah.
The
Okay, good.
Wikipedia article explaining to you who he is and lore dumping. I'm sure most of you are at least loosely familiar with his content. He's been very large on the platform for years now. And recently, some disturbing allegations have come out against him. Now, the allegations against him aren't exactly brand new. They're not, fresh off the battle bus, hot drop in here out of nowhere. They've actually existed for a little while now, but never actually received a lot of coverage.
I love this guy. He's so silly.
Kind of just been sidelined with people not knowing about it or not talking about it until yesterday when another YouTuber named D'Angelo Wallace gave some amazing coverage breaking down the entire situation here and going over everything that Cody Co is accused of.
Someone has been alleging for years now that you, one of the largest commentary creators on YouTube, knowingly committed a crime against her when she was a minor. But YouTubers and viewers alike are ignoring and discrediting
I didn't
these
even know for like
allegations
half this
solely
video.
because the person making them happens to be an unlikable woman online.
It looks like Chris Tyson.
Yikes. Yeah, that's some pretty awful shit right there. That's a huge allegation that actually has a lot of evidence backing it up, which D'Angelo
The same
Wallace
hairstyle.
in great detail in this video.
Pretty much.
It's not some imaginary nothing burger that someone squeaked
great.
out between their butt cheeks to try and ruin Cody Co. It's a
do
serious
that, huh?
accusation that appears to
What?
have a lot of evidence about
Wait,
it.
what?
I'm not here
Yeah.
to
They should subscribe to this guy.
No.
Okay.
accuse you of committing a crime in this video because I can't do that based on someone else's allegations. Nobody can definitively take these allegations as proof, but at the same time, they should still be looked at and not treated as an open secret and swept under the rug like you've been doing for so many years now.
I think that's a great point. Even though these are still allegations with nothing that's been proven, since there is so much supporting evidence around the claims, it definitely is something that needs to be examined thoroughly because it is a huge deal.
And speaking of this podcast, about a month ago, she hosted a live episode in front of an audience, and the conversation turned to you.
Who's the smallest you've ever had sex with? Oh my god, no one look at me, Cody Co. I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say that.
This clip started making the rounds, and people were understandably perturbed, because if Tana Mojo was 17, you would have been 25. So people started speculating, and Tana decided to set the record straight.
I hooked up with Cody Co when I was 17 and he was 25.
I'm going to go ahead and break down these numbers here because it seems like people are starting to struggle with math, like teriology starting to pop off with 1 × 1 equaling 2 and all of that. I'm just going to go ahead.
Now you seen that? What's critical is cooking.
Ahead and explain
Oh,
this.
yeah.
17 is less than 18. Thus, that is below the age of consent and is a crime. And I already have seen comments on this situation about 17, who gives a fuck? That's basically 18 anyway. And it's this same dog shit, brain dead, concerning mentality, like your hard drive needs to be investigated type shit that we saw with Dr. Disrespect, where they're like, no one should really care that Dr. Disrespect was talking inappropriately with a 17-year-old. Even though, once again, you absolute fucking Cro-Magnon, there is no evidence that Dr. Disrespect ever talked to a 17-year-old. Not even he said that. It has only ever been stated as a minor. Everyone around Dr. Disrespect never mentioned 17. It's actual delusional Fantasyland Narnia type shit where people are trying to defend him by saying it was actually a 17-year-old, 364 days old, which is absolute fucking barnacles. Like, that's a load of fish paste. And even still, it's bad. I don't know how we've devolved so much where all of a sudden 17 is now something people try and justify. So like in this case right here, you'll have some drooling, stinky, bumbling morons in the comments saying how it's not a big deal because 17 shouldn't be an issue. You know, like, age of consent over in this region is actually 16, so really, he waited till she was old. Like, it's craziness. It's actually craziness. It is a crime. It is a minor. Still, it's bad. Like, I don't know why that needs to be explained all of a sudden. Now, something D'Angelo Wallace does make a point of here is pointing out that Tana Mongeau is not well liked.
Dude, I just fucked that guy.
Hey, stop rubbing your pants and focus on the video. You love Cody Co, right?
What?
You love Cody Co, right?
I mean, you're not right. He's pretty funny.
What about Mr. Beast? Cody Co, Mr. Beast. Which one did you?
I think I like Cody Co better.
What about now? Now after all these situations happening.
I don't really give a shit.
Nate, you're gonna unsubscribe to Mr. Beast, Nate? Hey.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't really care.
Okay.
YouTube for any length of time, you've heard her name and seen a lot of less than stellar things about her. She has a history of lying and putting on a lot of bad stuff and bad behavior. However, when it comes to this claim, this doesn't appear to be something that she's just lying about for clout to try and elevate her platform on the back of Cody Co's good name or anything like that. This is a story that's been told even a few years in the past about this situation here. So this isn't something that she just pulled out of thin air. This is actually an allegation that has existed for a long time that is only just now starting to surface.
She claims that not only were you fully aware of her age at the time, but someone even tried to stop you and you went ahead anyway.
There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him like, yo, she's 17, and then we still went and hooked up.
To be clear, 17 is under the age of consent in many states, including Florida, where Playlist Live used to take place. So this means that Tana Mongeau is accusing you of statutory rape, and she's not trying to hide that.
This isn't just some crazy tea. It was a crime.
Remember how Tana said that fellow YouTuber Gabby Hanna tried to stop you before everything allegedly went down? Well, did you know that Gabby is actually on record telling the exact same story several years ago?
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know, I know she like looks a little older, she's underage. Watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he turned that.
This is really, really bad.
Really, really bad indeed. Pardon my potty mouth here, but this is fucking disgusting. Like, this is by far the most compelling piece of evidence presented because this is a completely separate third-party individual coming forward now with the same story years ago, exactly how Tana described it. Finding this clip was huge. I don't even know how it was unearthed. Huge props for finding this ancient artifact because apparently it had been scrubbed from like everywhere. I don't even know how you would have even gone about finding something like this, but I really think it is an important piece to this story. It's a very strong piece of evidence, and it should hopefully showcase that this isn't just something Tana is making up on the spot for attention or anything like that. This is something that has been talked about for years. There's a lot of comments that get shown in the video with people shitting on Tana for bringing this up, like, oh, this is prehistoric. Why would you ever bring this up now? You just want attention, you absolute harpy. Oh, who cares? This is bullshit. It's all a lie anyway. All you do is lie. Liar, liar, plants for hire. You harlot. Those kind of comments, like unhinged people about this. And I really think that this Gabby Hanna clip that's been provided should shut down.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Why are you laughing?
Well, because I'm just fucking playing about in Swift Play, and I'm just doing the most retarded shit, and it's working.
Okay.
Prove 100%, the authenticity of everything. As D'Angelo Wallace also explains, these are still allegations. But that is a pretty substantial piece of evidence there that should at least show why this needs to be talked about and should absolutely be addressed directly by Cody.
People make accusations all the time, specifically regarding things that are very difficult to prove or disprove, unfortunate as that may be. But when somebody makes an allegation and they say they have a witness, and that witness can be found telling the exact same story years before any of this came out, that's not something I can just ignore. In a situation that cannot be proven, corroboration by a third party goes a long way. I'm not accusing you of committing a crime, but even if what Tana says is false, your silence is still grossly incompetent at best.
It really is a pretty bad strategy here. This isn't something John Madden would draw up in the playbook. Burying his head in the sand and hoping that the storm blows through doesn't exactly work in a situation like this. I mean, I guess it has up till this point, since so few people were aware of it, but now that it's being talked about more and more, I do think that he's going to need to come forward about all of it. There is quite a bit of time in the video dedicated to the community's response to the allegations, because it is bad how, like, viewers have responded to all of this. Basically, and it is a good point that D'Angelo Wallace made, because Tana Mongeau is widely disliked by the broader YouTube audience, when she was the one putting these claims out there, people attacked her, like dogpiled her for saying things like this. Like they jumped on her like she had
Nate, were you one of them?
You know, killed a puppy in front of them. Like, people responded to her in the worst possible way with these
Nate. Huh? Are you even watching the video?
It's almost like the monitor.
Okay.
Allegations. And Tana made a really good point where she said if this was any other YouTuber she was talking about, one that wasn't as highly regarded as Cody, the response would be completely different, where she'd be getting sympathetic messages and support for coming forward with her experience. But because it's Cody, it's been a biblical smackdown in the comments against her, which is just like a crazy response to something like this. I mean, there were some lunatics there, like genuinely hateful people saying like the most misogynistic shit you could find in the comments section about this, because she dared come forward with her experience and talk about that situation.
Are you one of the people that...
Now again, yes.
Hold on, let me turn. What'd you say?
I forgot. Let me rewind it a bit.
Which is just like a crazy response to something like this. I mean, there were some lunatics there, like genuinely hateful people saying like the most
Hey, were you the most hateful people?
Misogynistic shit you could find in the comment section about this, because she dared come forward with
Dude, you're really struggling there.
talk about that situation.
Yeah, that was you, I guess.
They are allegations. Nothing has been proven. But there is a lot of evidence here that should at the very least get a response from Cody Ko about all of this. And it's not like he's not aware of what's happening. As pointed out in this video, he is seemingly censoring his YouTube comment section.
And now you're choosing censorship. On your YouTube channel, where you've been pumping out content nearly every day now, I couldn't find a single comment on your last video about this situation. Not even one. Comparing that to the comment section on your Instagram, where every single comment I saw was about this, it's clear that you're heavily censoring your audience on YouTube.
I actually went and checked this myself, because this is a Lego build that you can follow along with at home. I went to his latest upload and clicked newest in the comment section, because surely you'd see some now after this is being blown up into a huge story. But even when filtering on his newest upload by newest comments, I still only found a couple of comments that referenced this. So it really does seem like it's being heavily censored in the YouTube comments. Because with how big the story is, you would expect a lot of them, especially when you look at his Instagram. But somehow, nothing on YouTube? Yeah, that's very suspicious. That definitely smells like he is censoring the comments there. So it's not like he doesn't know what's going on here. Tana also said that he had reached out at some point kind of about this, saying like, are we good? So it's not something that he's just unaware of, and that's why he hasn't addressed it. D'Angelo Wallace also points out how he's responded to things in the past, like he paywalled an apology for like an old clip that surfaced where he was using a slur. So he's talking about like the history of responding poorly to situations that Cody finds himself in. And then he brought up this, which I'd never heard of.
Not many people know that you've already lost fans over an eerily similar topic. You used to frequently feature and promote your college friend Colby Leachman in your videos, until it came out that during your school days, Leachman's university put him on probation for, as a United States District Judge would later put it, the non-consensual videotaping of a sex act with another student, showing the video to other people, lying to the police about the video.
That's crazy, Nate. Nate?
Yeah, it really is
And
tough.
behaving horribly to that individual and at least one other woman. To make matters worse, the woman in the video also alleged that Leachman drugged her before the recording and that she hadn't actually consented to anything at all.
That's
You had this man
crazy.
in your videos. You were telling us to follow him on Instagram, and at some point you
Follow
did.
this guy on Instagram, Nate. You should.
This dude looks like a
So
nonchalant
he's no
redhead.
longer part of your
Yeah.
content, but he still seems like he's very much a part of your friend group. From the continued hangout since then to inviting him to your wedding just last year, people are under
That's
the impression that
crazy.
you're best friends with someone who, at best, committed an illegal sex act and at worst is an alleged rapist. And no matter how many times people rediscover this information over the years, you refuse to say anything at all.
That is baffling to me. Like, it's one thing to be friends with someone who turns out to be a monster. But once you learn that they're a monster, that's where it should stop. I've said this before. If my best friend, Matt, turned out to have, like, a secret double life, you know, a Jekyll and Hyde situation where Matt goes out there and he does something truly heinous, I would cut them out of my life. I wouldn't be able to go forward being friends with someone like that. You know, giving him a fist bump saying, hey, we're still bubble buddies, bro. Like, I couldn't do that. So it's so weird to me that Cody can, and when people have talked about it in the past, apparently Cody has just ignored it. That is very, very odd.
I haven't seen a single channel over 1 million subscribers do so much as acknowledge that this situation exists. And I'm not talking about channels that never would have discussed something like this either. I mean the same channels that were rightfully calling out people like Dr. Disrespect for texting a minor, which are the same channels that are now completely ignoring a scenario with an even bigger creator being accused of doing something much worse.
D'Angelo Wallace makes a point a couple times in this video about the silence on this subject being staggering, considering in the YouTube ecosystem there's tons of commentary channels that'll cover a wide variety of topics, sometimes rumors that aren't nearly this serious, you know, like a 2-part docuseries on that time Markiplier allegedly pooped without peeing. Or, in my case, I'll make a whole rant going over how aliens probably aren't visiting us via theoretical warp drives to haunt our boners. And yet, somehow, a story that's this serious just slips through the cracks and didn't have many people talking about it until very recently. So I'd like to at least take a quick moment here to explain why I hadn't covered it. Now, I did hear the whispers about this Cody Co allegation about a week ago now, where someone in stream chat had mentioned, hey, have you heard what Cody Co apparently did with Tana Mojo? And on stream I asked what they were talking about because I hadn't heard shit about that. Eventually another chatter explained that I could find more information about it on Reddit because a conversation was starting to develop around those allegations, so I made like a note of it and then went to bed. The following day I got home pretty late and then went to follow up on things from the previous night, because sometimes during stream I'll make like tabs about what people are telling me to look up. I don't do react content on stream or anything anymore, so if it's like a video that people are recommending I check out to get caught up on something or whatever, I'll make a tab for that video and then watch it when I get back to the following day. And when it came to the Cody Co thing with the Reddit post, by the time I got to it, it was deleted. So I kind of assumed that maybe the claims were just baloney, and I didn't see a whole lot of chatter about it. I saw a couple of tweets that loosely talked around it, vaguely, and I just didn't look into it deeper than that. And I recognize now that that was a mistake, so I'm sorry for that. But I just didn't find a lot of information at the time until, of course, last night when D'Angelo Wallace posted the video covering all of this. So I know the speculation has been made that the reason people aren't talking about the Cody Co situation is because he's a channel that a lot of people respect and is friends with a lot of the community. So no one wants to speak out against their friend or a channel that they respect so much, thus they're trying to help, you know, bury it or not let it, you know, erupt into the mainstream. For me, that wasn't the case. When I went looking for the info after that stream, I didn't find anything, and I didn't do a big enough dive on it to access it, so I just kind of stopped looking, which, again, was a mistake, clearly. I've talked about Cody Ko's content in the past. I've liked his content. I respected him as a content creator, but I'd never say that we were friends or anything. I went on his podcast one time, and I think we only ever talked in Twitter DMs once as well. We weren't exactly like inseparable friends, you know, the best of pals and buddies or anything. Like, I imagine if we walked by each other in a crowded mall, we'd do one of these to each other, and that'd probably be the end of it. This isn't some kind of story that I was avoiding or anything like that. I just truly didn't do enough digging on it because, as D'Angelo Wallace does mention, this story has been pretty successfully buried for the most part, where a lot of people just weren't aware of it, and I didn't do due diligence to become aware of it. But luckily, D'Angelo Wallace did, and created this great video going over all of it. So I wanted to talk about this because obviously it's a very serious situation. Cody Ko absolutely should come forward to explain all of it, and if there is another side to this story, tell it. If it's wrong, set the record straight. It's a very upsetting story here that at the very least needs to be addressed by Cody publicly. This can't be another paywalled apology situation or anything like that. This should definitely be something that he comes forward and actually talks about. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah.
Is that crazy, Nate? Nate?